Hi everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living, and I'd like to thank you for joining me again today. As you can tell by the title, this talk today is on food combining with the raw food diet. Now, food combining with the raw food diet is something somebody mentioned several videos back, like why don't you do a video on that? I thought about it for a while because I definitely love to hear suggestions. But then I've been hesitating, thinking about it, and I'm like, well, I don't have a lot of personal experience with this or a lot of personal knowledge, because I seem to be able, I have a pretty good digestive system. I seem to be able to eat pretty much whatever I want to, but also another reason why I don't think I know all that much about food combining is I don't do too much food combining. I eat a lot of really simple stuff. I eat a lot of mono meals. I don't really, or you might not even call them meals, because the way I eat is I kind of just eat all throughout the day. Like bananas, say on a typical day, I eat anywhere from 15 to 20 bananas. Well, unless I make the banana ice cream, I rarely sit down and just sit. Oh, I don't ever sit down and just like peel 6, 8, 10 bananas and eat them at one time. I'll eat a couple of bananas. 15, 20 minutes later, I'll grab another banana, another couple of bananas, 1, 2, 3 here, and it adds up over the course of the day. So I'm not dealing with a lot, like most of my days, until I have one meal. I have my have a big salad or green soup or something at dinner, but all the calories and all the food I take in through the rest of the day is just kind of like grazing, taken in across the board, and a lot of times it's simply up until dinner, it's bananas and orange juice. Trying to mix it up a little bit more, but even if I mix it up more, I would tend to eat bananas and then maybe eat my mangoes, or actually mangoes wouldn't be a problem with bananas. But anyhow, bottom line is I eat so simply that I didn't have a lot of experience, so I had to do a little research on this subject, and I found some interesting stuff. It was cool to learn, even though, like I say, I will continue to eat simply like I do. The whole reason that we're talking about food combining in the first place, and the whole reason why this is important, is it's because different types of food digest at different rates of speed. Now, even though we're not eating cooked food, so you might not even be eating starch, and we're not eating the kind of protein they're probably talking about, unless maybe you're talking nuts, and then you're kind of wavering between fats and nuts. But generally, the order of types of food for digestion are, in a general thing, it's sugar, starch, fats, and then protein. So basically what we don't want to happen is, and the reason we talk about food combining, we don't want to eat things together that delay digestion, or have something that's ready to be passed through your stomach onto your intestines, that's sitting in your stomach just fermenting or putrefying. That's what leads to the gas, bloating, stomachache, what have you. I even was reading one person say it can produce like a chemical reaction where it causes alcohol in the stomach. So some of the things that I've found out that don't mix well, and I'm going to see like if I've done any of them wrong, or I'll let you know. I've already read this. Fat and sugar do not mix well. And this is one that they all seem to stress and they all seem to agree on. And my sources, like I just read about, I just Googled it, went to a bunch of different websites and read here and here. I watched several videos on it, and that's something everybody seemed to agree on and seemed to think was a big problem. Because fat takes several hours to digest, and sweet sugars digest and are assimilated very quickly. So these two are not good together. Bananas and acid don't mix well. This one I've felt just a little bit, like sometimes if I'm running late for something, or just out of convenience during the day, I'm probably drinking my orange juice and my bananas a little too close together. And I've felt that in my belly a few times, like I'm getting ready for yoga and I've had too much orange juice, and I can almost feel that, like, am I going to have to go to the bathroom or not? And it's not any pain, it's not any bloating, it's just kind of that little bit of funkiness, like not knowing, like, okay, are things moving in there? There's just a little bit of unsettledness in there. But I don't do that very much. Normally I'll have my orange juice first thing in the morning, and that orange juice is going to get right through there, so I'll wait maybe an hour or so, and then I'll start eating my bananas. Here's one that's okay for some people. Acidic fruits and fats are okay for some people. So you're just going to have to kind of experiment with this, experiment easily, see, or you might already know, or you might be able to say, that makes sense because I've had problems doing that before. Not a problem for me. Acidic fruits, I use orange juice. I use orange juice as a dressing for my salads a lot of times, and there's avocado in there. Maybe you get away with it a little bit more because of in juice form instead of just the actual fruit. And what are we talking about when we're talking about acidic fruits? You probably know, but just to let you know, we're talking about the citrus, of course, orange, grapefruit, lemons, limes, and another couple are grapes, strawberries, cranberries, and pineapple. Different categories here. Just another one, sweet fruits are considered bananas, papayas, dates, figs. Learned a lot of cool stuff in this, but yeah, then again, I don't seem to have a problem with the fat and orange juice. I probably wouldn't do anything else in there. I can't think of any other reason why I would mix that anyway. Acidic fruits and fats. I just can't see a whole lot of reasons I would do that, so maybe some people do. Your dark leafy greens, you can pretty much eat with anything, like your lettuces, your spinaches, your kales. Those combine well with anything, but that's the dark leafy greens. Now we get into the cruciferous vegetables, and that's a different story because those are a lot harder to digest. And I don't know if you cook at all. I do cook from time to time. When I go to the States, I will, I'll do some broccoli, I'll do some cauliflower, and I can eat those raw. I can eat a whole head of cauliflower, but for some, those cruciferous vegetables are hard to digest. So you definitely want to keep those away from fruit. And as I wrote that down and I'm reading that, it says keep starchy, cruciferous, and other slowly digesting vegetables away from fruit. Maybe some starches, but I can't think of any time I would combine fruit with broccoli or cauliflower anyway. But anyway, that's besides the point. Eat only one type of fat at a time. Once again, I don't know, I don't see too many situations where I would have like nuts and avocado together. I'm not doing oil really anymore. I did, as far as digestion wise, and I don't think, I've let go of the oils pretty much. I've had avocado and oil, that's two different types of fats in a salad. Now, I haven't felt no problem with my digestion there. I just choose not to do the oil for other reasons now. But yeah, that's, like I say, I think a lot of this, what I can leave with you on this, just from my experience, when I was doing this, I'm like, that's why I had to take notes. I'm like, well, I won't ever remember all of this stuff to share with you guys. But then I was starting to think for a minute, okay, well, if I'm not going to remember this to do a video and share with you guys, do you really want to be carrying all that knowledge around? Now, I guess if you use it a little bit, it'll become instinctive. But the point I'm getting at is, I just prefer to eat simple anyway. The majority of my meals, even though, like I said, they're not meals, I just eat mono meals. I eat simple stuff. I'm not combining, I'm not mixing up a lot of things. And I think if you stick to that path, you don't have to worry about all of it. You don't have to experiment. You don't have to wonder if this is going to make you feel bad or if it's going to take you out of your normal happy place. So yeah, I would really just say, eat simply. Eat simply. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little tongue-tied this afternoon. I've had a lazy day, I'll admit. I decided just to take a lazy day. I did work out, but I've pretty much just been laying on the couch watching TV with the air conditioner on. I don't normally do that, so a little tongue-tied, a little sluggish, I guess, today. But yeah, the simpler and the cleaner you eat, eating the whole plant-based food, eating mono meals if and when you can. If you're not, eating just a couple of fruits together, the salads, the greens, mixing them. You're okay with your greens. You're okay, with your mixing a big salad. But just keep it simple, people. Like a lot of this gourmet stuff out there, I see the recipe now, even though I don't know that much about food combining. As soon as I see the recipe, I'm like, whoa, we got issues there. You're just basically one step ahead of processed food on that one. I mean, you're technically staying raw vegan, but yeah, that's not the kind of food that's going to serve you best. The simple is always going to serve you best. So thanks for bearing with me with my lack of knowledge on this subject. I just thought I could still, even with my lack of knowledge, bring a little bit of perspective to it by just saying when everything else fails, just keep it simple. When you're not sure about something in this raw vegan lifestyle, just keep it simple. Maybe as you get more advanced, you'll know more, and maybe you can branch out. But I think the more advanced you get, or the more not more advanced, but really the cleaner you get used to eating like this, you're just going to get where you don't want to mess it up by doing all these heavy combinations. Anyhow, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and have a great day. Peace.